Hey YouTube, this is Jack here with Starter Survival, and today we're going to take a look at a couple of fixed blade survival knives. One is made by Grandway. Let me make it easier to see here, Grandway. And the other one is made by Yngling, or Yngling, however you want to say it. A little hard to see it on the knife there. I purchased this one off Amazon.com, and I purchased this one off Amazon.de, which is basically Amazon Dutchland. So it's just a German equivalent of Amazon in the US. Same thing, just different country. So first one I'm going to look at is I'm going to go ahead and the one that I got off of the US website. A lot of things you want to look at when you're looking for a knife. First off, weight, what you plan on using it for, things like that, type of steel it's made out of. So the first one here, made by Grandway, it is 420 stainless steel. So try to get it everywhere you see it. 420 stainless steel. Has a wood handle on it. Judging by there's no pop rivets in it, obviously they've drilled through the top and either glued the blade in place or some other thing on there. You see the tang on it. The grade of steel, why does that matter? So the higher grade of steel that you have, the better it's going to keep an edge on the blade. 420 stainless steel, not bad. Thing with any blade, even though it's a stainless steel, still going to rust. It's going to take it a little bit longer. Overall, weight for the knife feels really good. Again, like I said, just 420 on one side. If you look at the other side, I'm not very good at zooming in with the camera here, but it says Grandway on there. It has their emblem on it. As you can see, the tang sticks out a little bit farther on here. That way, when you're gripping the blade, if you happen to jab it in something, your hand's not going to slide past and cut the blade. Two different knife holes that people look at when they're buying a knife. Your overhand grip, which is your normal grip, what you're using for cutting and things like that, and your reverse grip or your ice pick grip like that. Things you're looking at, if you get a dual blade or a dagger style blade and it's got a blade here, you really wouldn't want to do this, because if you're following through with something, let's just say you get in a knife fight for some reason, if you're following through with it, the blade would be able to cut your arm with the flat part of the blade here. It's just going to lay up against there so you can follow through if you were to hit with it or something. Look at the back of it, decent size on the blade here. Very well balanced. Actually really impressed with this blade. It's pretty cheap. It's like a $20 knife on Amazon. Overall, like I said, seems to be a really good quality knife. And the sheath, on the other hand, $20 knife, you're not going to get a real expensive sheath for it. It's made out of a nylon material on the inside. It's got a plastic casing in it. So not real sure how long this will last. I'd prefer it came with a leather case, but you get what you pay for. Again, this one right here, made by Grandway. Got it on Amazon.com. $20 knife. Very comfortable. Very well balanced. It seems like the blade and the handle, they went to a little bit of trouble to ensure that it's a little bit balanced on there. Overall, great buy, 20 bucks. I'll give you the exact price. You can follow the link in the description. We'll see how sharp it is here in a second coming out of the package. Second knife. It is Yngling making. That's all it says in there. So, Yngling making. This came off Amazon.de. This has got 2 retainer straps for it to keep it in the sheath. Just like the other one's a nylon sheath. This doesn't have a plastic. It's got kind of a fake leather insert in it to keep it from cutting the case. This is a little bit larger than the other one. It is Colombian Jinlang Company, USA Saber. This is SA62 steel. If you see it, I'm going to try to get it up there or to zoom a little bit. Decent blade. This is actually somewhat balanced. You can tell it's got a little weight in the handle on here. If you look real close at the handle, you can see where it's got the pop rivets that go all the way through the handle, basically holding these wood pieces through the actual butt of the knife here. A decent width on the blade. Looks like it's got a pretty good sharpness to it. Something I like about this one, as opposed to the other one, it's got the the grip's cut out here to make it a little more comfortable when you're holding it. All right. Just like the other one, I ensured that I had a tang that stuck out here. That way, if I was jabbing with it or if I was cutting, my hand didn't slide forward. It's really up to you. These are both Tonto-style blades, and you can tell that by the curvature of the blade right here. Kind of straight to here, and this curves coming back down. More of an American style. These are pretty universal for what they cut, what you use them for cutting and things like that. You can pretty well use it for anything. If you have a serrated edge on there, most of the time those are used for cutting rope, cutting netting, and things like that. Some that have the saw blades on the back of them, obviously survival saw blade for cutting. I have some different stuff over here that we're gonna look at in later videos. Different saw blades. I really didn't want to use my knife for sawing. That's just like if you're gonna be chopping with this, you want a thicker blade and a higher steel. That way, when you're chopping with it, it's not bending the steel over on the edge, because the softer the metal, it's not going to keep an edge very well on it, especially if you're chopping things with it and trying to saw with it or whatever you're trying to do with it. Saw blades, I don't like serrated edges. Serrated edge on a knife, it's really hard to sharpen. Special sharpeners and things for that. But we're going to move on. Like I said, cheap case. Both of them have really cheap cases. This is the Inlang. See if it's got a decent blade. Kind of hit to a point there and then it ripped. So I don't like I said, I don't like cutting paper with a knife, but that's what I got laying here. As you saw, pretty sharp coming out of the package. I still have sharpeners for them. If you're gonna have a knife, ensure that it's sharp. If it's dull, it's kind of pointless unless you're just gonna beat somebody to death with it. So Inlang, definitely impressed with the knife. This one ran about $20 something as well. Not very expensive. Awesome buy for the price. Knives, all prices, they come in all price range and things, so it's really what you're looking for. You can really find a good knife in any price range, and like I said, it really depends on what you're wanting to use the knife for. So, am I using it for chopping? Am I using it for cutting? This one I can skin with it. I can cut things with it. I mean, if I'm bored and I just want to whittle wood, I can whittle wood with it, but overall, it's an all-purpose knife is what I was looking for. Not really planning on chopping logs with this. I have a hatchet that I've ordered that, like I said, we'll look at in other videos that I can use that for, but see how sharp this one is coming out of the package. So, for the most part, both of them are kind of sharp coming out of the package. I'd have to say that the Inlang is a little bit sharper than the Grandway knife coming out, but that's too easy to fix. I can always sharpen those later. But two $20 knives. Got them Amazon DE and Amazon.com. I'll leave the links below. Either one I'm sure you can probably find on Amazon.com if you're in the US. That being said, if you're in Germany, I'm sure you can find either one of them on the Amazon.de. Great buys. Before you buy any knife though, just as with any of the survival gear, you really need to determine ahead of time what you plan on using the knife for. So, if I didn't want to buy a hatchet, I might have looked at something with a bigger blade on it, maybe a little bit longer, a little bit thicker in wideness. That way, I can use something to hammer on the backside of it if I'm chopping with it, and a longer blade. Obviously, I'm not going to try to smack this down through a log and expect to cut it. So, if you're expecting to chop with it, make sure you research the different types of knife blades, the different types of edges on the knives and things like that, because there are several different edges that come on a knife, and that determines how you sharpen them and things like that. Some of you guys don't like fixed blade knives. You like the folding pocket style knives. Some of them are great. Some of them are absolutely wonderful. However, you got to look at, are you going to use it long term? What are you using it for? Because a lot of times the pop rivets in there, they'll come loose. The side, the wood siding or the plastic siding, most of the time on a pocket knife is hard plastic or something of that nature. It'll pop off. It builds up gunk in the inside of it if you use it a lot and don't clean it properly. So it'll make the action on it when it's folding it in and out a lot harder. But again, thank you all for watching. In the description, I'll include the link to where I purchased these two knives on Amazon and Amazon DE. If you want, you can follow those. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like what you've seen so far with my other reviews and things like that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. as soon as I put new videos up. If you hit the bell over there, it'll ring and let you know that I posted a new video. I'm going to, from now on, try to post my videos on Sundays. That way, get kind of on a schedule for posting them. We still have a lot of stuff to unbox, unwrap, and just other things that we're going to go over here. Anything you can think of, really. I still had a bunch of survival gear down here that I've ordered off Amazon. The last of the Wish stuff, you can see it's above me on the racks up here. There's some of that stuff we'll still unbox, but stay tuned. Watch again. Thank you guys. Bye.